Hey everyone, welcome to David Whitaker Art. Thanks so much for being here. Today I'm varnishing a painting and wanted to share one of the ways I finalize an acrylic painting. And here are the materials we are going to use today, which I will go through. This is the painting I'm varnishing today. It was a fun little project that my wife and I worked on together for our son. The varnish that I'm going to be using today is Gamvar Gloss Finish. This is a breathable varnish which can be applied once the painting is completely dry. This can be used for both acrylic and oil paints. I really like this varnish because it can be used indoors. It doesn't have like a strong smell like a spray varnish, for example. I have a clean, dry brush and canned air, a bowl or some type of container. I also have a 2-inch foam brush. For step 1, I'm going to use the canned air and a clean dry brush to get rid of any fine dust particles or debris that might have settled on the surface. Next, I'm going to pour the varnish into the bowl. This is a pretty small painting, 12 by 12 inches, so I don't need that much varnish. The more you do this, you'll get a sense of how much is needed. Another option that a lot of artists like to do is pour the varnish directly onto the canvas, but today I'm just going to use a bowl. Begin with medium scrubbing action to ensure a nice even coat. One thing to remember is we're trying to cover as much of the painting with as little varnish as possible. If needed, you can blot or wipe off, any extra varnish off of the brush before application. 2 thin coats of varnish is better than 1 thick coat. There's a couple reasons. One, the thicker the varnish layer, the harder it is to remove later on. And also, an excess of varnish can cause beading and pooling, which we definitely want to avoid. I like these foam brushes because it's a great one-time use. Once I'm done varnishing, I just throw it away. They're so cheap. They can be found any paint or hardware supply store. It can be a little tough to get varnish out of a normal synthetic brush. I do believe Gamvar has their own brand name brush meant specifically for varnishing, which I haven't tried before, but I'd like to. Also, don't forget to cover the edges. Before the first layer begins to tack up, you can assess the coverage and make sure it is a nice, even application, and you can even out any brush strokes at that time. So why varnish? I think the most important thing is the varnish protects from UV damage. It just protects the paint. It's a good protection so that a painting can be wiped off and dusted. It provides a unified finish to the painting. The varnish brings back the vibrancy and richness of colors because acrylic paints tend to dry flat and a bit dull compared to when they were wet. And so gloss varnish, for instance, really gives it the depth and shine and enhances the overall appearance. Once you're done varnishing, leave the painting undisturbed so it can dry. While it may feel dry to the touch within 24 hours, they recommend letting the varnish completely cure for about 1 to 2 weeks. But here you go. This is how I finalize an acrylic painting. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.